feel as if she's fighting. She is fighting for survival. When what happened comes out, when what she done comes out, it'll be the people. It'll be the people, okay? And do you know what I'm hearing as well? We trusted you. We trusted you. And this is how you repaid us. How they repaid the trust. She's defeated. She is defeated. She's not got anything that she thought she was going to get. Nothing. And the things that we're hearing about her, you know, with William, was at Harvard. It's just stories. It's just stories that they're putting in the press. I want justice. I don't want deals. I want to see justice done. I feel as if she's been offered a deal. I feel as if she's a wee pawn in a very big pool, and it's to out the rest of them. It's to out the rest of them. The tower's down. Her reign of terror's down. I mean, there is still the kind of remnants of what she done in the reign of terror that she imposed. But even that's coming down. Her mission's completed. Well, it was to get the prick into as many people as she could. Wow, what she was getting up to is impossible to get past. They can't get past it. People cannot get past the fact that they were duped. They were duped. Oh, do you know what I'm seeing as well? See those who passed away suddenly? It's going to be linked back to the prick. Linked back to it. Yep. Everything and all the things that she thought she was going to get, and all the things, oh, look at me, I'm great. It's all crumbled and it's all out about her ankles. It's all crumbled away. Everything that she had. A new dawn is coming for New Zealand. There's a new dawn coming. New beginnings, new ways of doing things. I feel as if it's the old and the new coming together, and I feel as if it's ancient and new coming together. He's walking away. Remember I said that the things are getting too much for him, so he's walking away. Walking away from it. I don't think, I mean, he was fairly on board with the craziness of it. He was liking that, right? Because he was liking the power. He doesn't like it now because he's been made to face facts. The past is catching up with him. Past is catching up with him. I wish he would catch up with her as well. Like he's letting it all spill. But I feel as if he's been made. He's been made to do it. Spilling the beans. He's annoyed at her because she walked away as well. He's going to walk away, but he's annoyed because she walked away. Well, I think she was cheated, right? We know she was cheated. And he's been left to carry the can. So he has, but that's not going to happen because she's got to get her comeuppance as well. They all are. You know, and it's just taking a while. The excess. They're sitting on that. That's ready to come out, the excess deaths. That's ready to come out. They're sitting on it. Because it's like, oh no. That's what I'm getting at. Oh no. You know. And he's like, hey, wait a minute. There was other people. Why is this on my shoulders? Why am I taking the can? Why am I carrying the can for this? He's now at the stage where he's like, I could carry the can for this. And it's a case of I'm not. And if he's going down, he's taking them all with him. You know, they were riding the crest of a wave when they thought they were power. When they thought they would win. They were never going to win. But when they thought that they were going to win and the power went to their head. See, all the things that they've done to trick people is coming out. And it's overflowing all the information. Mind I said that this would be information coming out. I don't even think it's trickling now. I think it's really, really coming out and coming out and coming out. I think it's, there'll be so much information coming out, you'll not be able to keep up. You won't be able to keep up. He wants to just run away. He wants to get out. You know, he's now realising that he's in over his head. You know, they were on the crest of a wave. They were enjoying every minute of when it all first started. But now it's like time to pay the piper. Time to pay for what you did. See that? I'm hearing secrets. They know where all the secrets are. You know that saying, they know where all the bodies are buried? Well, that's exactly what the good guys. And they're saying, and you did this, and you did this, and you did this, and we have it all. We have it all. They're clearing it up. They're clearing up everything. See, they wanted to make New Zealand a wilderness. You know. I mean, I'm like that. There's so many of them, but do you know, it's as if they've elected a spokesperson to speak. Spokeswoman. This is like a mother card, okay? Lots of mums are over there, okay? Lots of mums. But what they want people to know right away, they have the children. The babies who didn't make it because of this, they have them. They have them. But the babies that are over there just now, they will be born because they're coming down with a mission. Mums to be are asking themselves now, will I ever carry a child? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Okay. Two things they're angry with. Number one, they're angry at having their life taken. But they're also angry that people can't see this. That's what's angering them. How much damage has to be done before they wake up? There's a man step forward now, grey hair, lovely business suit. He's saying that he was very much for himself in life. And in doing that, he feels as if he took himself over. For being selfish, he took himself over and he's come to terms with that. As in, me, I need to take this so that I can do this, I need to take this so that I can go on holiday, go on business. He just wants his son in particular. I think his son might be about maybe 19, or he was 19, he might be actually in his 20s now. He just wants him to know, you were right. His son was right. Nothing can be normal again, because to be normal, this could happen again. If people are not fully awake, this could happen again. Oh, do you know what I'm hearing? There's members. It's not even just one member of the family, or it's just multiple members of families that have went over to the other side. Yes, they will get justice is coming. Some will get justice in this life, and some will get justice in the next life, but they will get justice. There's been disappointments. Remember, we're in a spiritual war as well, and there's been battles that we should have won, that we didn't. That we should have won, but we didn't. He's saying there's a big wake-up coming, a big wake-up call coming, and it's the youth. It's the youth. Once they wake up, there was a lot of people in this care home that died. Oh, she's saying a shot in the arm, but not the one that you think. Taken out. Oh, this woman's so angry. Oh, she's saying there's loads of them angry. And they've all met up from different parts of the world, all together, plotting and planning. We're on a quest down here and they're on a quest up there. That's what I'm getting. There is impatient over there as we are over here. That's what I'm hearing. There is impatient over there as we are over here. You know, there's footballers, there's athletes, there's somebody that was a swimmer, came through. Do you know what they're saying? Collectively, we're still running the race. We're still running the race. You had to take it to compete. You had to take it to compete. And now they're ruining the day. Yes, their deeds are going to get exposed. Yes, that's a big yes, they're saying. The hold they had over humanity's crumbled. It's crumbling, it's crumbled in parts, and they're just, I feel as if it's clear up time. They're just clearing up the dregs. They're just clearing up the dregs. They've pushed them forward. He's saying just, they won't get away with it. They will not get away with what they did. You have to look out for America. Something's going to happen in America that's going to turn this all in its head. Just that the children are over there who never made it, they're coming back. They are coming back, okay? And those, especially the women, like say, who are kind of worried about getting pregnant again, they will get pregnant again. They will.
Karen, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. Do you know that in those lockdowns, there were two people who broadcast that really gave Kiwis a lot of hope and joy? One was Sesh with his wonderful political humor, and the other was you from the other side of the world, from New Zealand. You became an absolute treasure for people who were feeling crushed by the weight of the mandates and the cruelty of the Labour government and the horrors that we were going through. Do you realize how loved you are by Kiwis?
I think I'm beginning to, because I don't know, we'll probably get into it, but I'm really not too well. And the love and the healing that I've felt coming from the other side of the world has been fantastic, because it's lifted my spirits. It really has.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, because I understand you are going through a little bit with your health at the moment. You've just had some tests the other day, is that right?
Yeah, it was a consultation. I had a consultation with the doctor up at the hospital, so he just went through what it was, the symptoms that I have been ignoring, because that's the kind of thing I do. But it got so bad that I couldn't ignore them anymore. So it kind of started way back before lockdown, but I was a support worker, so I was trying to get my clients all through lockdown as well, and then obviously try to get New Zealanders through, making sure everybody was okay. So my health kind of took a back seat, and then all of a sudden I thought, I need to do something about this, but I'm not great at going to the doctors at the best of times. So, but it's the speed of it. I thought I was going just getting a few, getting like medication that I could go and get alternatives. But then it's up to the hospital. I mean, this is like 3 weeks, and I was like up at the hospital, so that's a bit of a worry. And then I thought I can't, because I was having to cancel because I wasn't very well and stuff like that. Because obviously I do a live on a Friday with my wee soul family in New Zealand, and a live on a Monday where we get the questions in that's prominent on their mind. so that we can answer the questions. But then I was having to let people down, and I thought, oh, I don't want to let them down, so I need to just tell them what's going on, you know. So that's what happened.
And you've had a lot of response from Kiwis already, have you? Realizing that you're
Oh, yeah, just like sending, you know, like say healing and just thoughts and prayers. So absolutely. I mean, even the people who, you know, I've got to know the people in the comments, you know, but even people that I didn't realise were watching, you know what I mean? I was like, oh wow, you know, so you know,
I can still remember watching you in those dark days when we just felt quite alone actually, and wondered how many other Kiwis were awake, and realizing, wow, there are many other Kiwis tuning in, and
yeah,
you just became this loving source of hope and actually
yeah.
joy and love for many of us.
I mean, that's what,
How did it
sorry.
begin? How did the Kiwi connection begin?
The Kiwi connection began because I've always loved New Zealand. I've never been, but I feel as if I might have been in a past life, and they just never let me. But then I was kind of keeping an eye, because obviously that media training I've got, I was keeping an eye on what was going on around the world, and everybody seemed to be concentrating on Canada, because obviously, you know, I always call them the crazies. You know, they were kind of bombarding Canada. And then my spirit guide is Thomas. So Thomas and I kind of sat down and I said, listen, I says, nobody's um, looking into what's going on in New Zealand. Now, I mean, probably Jonathan can get this in editing because I can't even bring myself to say her name right. Our Tartan Tyrant, you know, Sturgeon, we called her the Tartan Tyrant over here, but I always called just under Mrs. Teeth because
I
that's what
loved I loved Mrs. Teeth. Mrs. Teeth is great.
yeah, they just seem to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I thought, because the connection was there between, because it looked as if the Captain Tyrant and Mrs. Teeth were kind of friends. So, and then I had said to Thomas, something's going on in New Zealand. Something really, because it seemed to be that nothing was coming out of New Zealand. So I thought, wait, you know, Tom, it was like a whole audience, you know, because in the spirit world, and we're like, we need to get in and find out what's going on in New Zealand. So, and when we looked in, I've said before, when we looked into it, there was a wee chink of light. So it was really, really, really dark, and I thought, we need to get in there. So I got in, and then once I was in, I was like, okay, right, what do you do now? What do you do now? And then it was a case of, they'll come.
Yes.
As soon as you start, you know, like say getting the word out there, getting that, you know, we're all coming out the other side of this. And everybody's coming out the other side. There's nobody going to fall because if you fall, we'll pick you up. And then all of a sudden, you know, the light started getting a wee bit brighter, and then people started coming in, and I thought, right, it's resonating what I'm doing, but I thought what they really need is yes, they need answers. They need to see how many people have liked them. Because what I was getting and the feedback I was getting in the early days was I thought I was the only one.
Yes.
I thought I was the only one. And I thought, well, if I can get a soul family going and then we'll bring in others and others and others. But what we really needed was laughter. And I've got a lot of sense of humour. I find the most ridiculous things funny, you know, and that's always been me, you know. And then it went from there, and then it just kept going and kept going. And I do keep my eye on, especially Melbourne. I keep my eye on that, but it's usually New Zealand because. But I've always loved New Zealand. I've always thought New Zealand was similar. It's beautiful. It's similar to Scotland, you know. But and people have asked me why didn't you concentrate in Scotland? And I thought I don't know because it's probably because you know, the way I'm thinking it now, Scotland should never sound Scotland to brave again, never. I don't think they're no brave at all. You know, Scotland are not so brave. But I don't know, I just think it was my heart. I think my heart lies in New Zealand. So
Yes.
it must be connection there with New Zealand as it's always been. And I thought, wow. Sorry, I've spoken too much.
It's lovely. You never speak too much. And it's interesting you said it was as if you were building a family, because that was my sense when we felt really ostracized and alone. I would tune in and it was like a little New Zealand family of people that I didn't directly know, but all these Kiwis reaching out to you, and you just opened your loving arms and you just embraced all of us. And I'll never forget it. And I don't think thousands of other Kiwis will forget it. So, Karen, one thing I want to deal with here, if you wouldn't mind, I've done this with other people I've interviewed. Could we please donate some money to help you over the coming months as you deal with whatever these health issues are? Could we put an account at the end of this interview, please?
Yeah. I'm always the case of I don't like asking. I'm like, but I really need it. I really need it just now. Because I'm struggling.
Karen.
I'm struggling, because I don't like government assistance because it's all the shite that comes with that,
Absolutely.
Even though you're ill, they still get you in. This is where we are with them. So yes, just until I get back on my feet, that would be great.
You have brought so much joy to us, and I can tell you what, tonight I'm going to be sharing. I, like you, I don't live on a whole lot. I just have a little bit to get through, but I will be sharing my little bit with you. And I ask thousands of other Kiwis, and we know that we're all doing it tough at the moment, but please, can you all put whatever you can afford into the account that we put in at the end of this? Karen, we really love you in this country, and I can imagine that this is my little vision, that New Zealand Loyal gets into government and we bring you over here and we thank you in person and we give you a lovely holiday somewhere and we look after you. Do you live with anybody over there, or do you live by yourself?
It's just me and Snooky. I actually fed Snooky because she'd be in, and all she sees the tail, so I fed her before I come up.
And do
No,
you,
it's just me.
yeah, is that right now feeling, I imagine it's feeling, when one is sick, one feels it when one's by oneself. I like my aloneness. I don't feel lonely.
Yeah, I
I
do.
can be alone.
I mean, my mum's passed away, my dad passed away, my brother, he's just had his 10 years that year anniversary, so he's away as well. I've only got one sister and a niece and 4 nephews, but they don't live near. So, but obviously I've got friends, but, I've got, I would say my friends are all in New Zealand. That's who they all are.
If people want to send you little messages and just keep in touch with you and check that you're okay, where's the best way we can just on a daily sort of or every few days, if we want to just send you a little message, how are you, Karen, thinking of you, what's the best way to do that, Karen?
Probably my email. Because I check my emails and I lift my spirits, I
Great.
think Jonathan's got my email, so yeah.
We'll put that up. Jonathan loves you as well, our wonderful cameraman. He's such a honey. But this skill that you have, where did it come from? Where did you first realize?
I think obviously it's come from the heavenly realm. But my mother was very psychic and she taught me everything. She was teaching me even though I didn't know. She was teaching me. For a wee while when I was kind of looking after my mum and my dad, my mum, and then my brother, I didn't use it as much. And then, but I've always had a strong faith. So I've always had faith in my Heavenly Father, and I mean, even now, because to keep going and everything and to keep getting past this health scare of that. Well, if I'm coming home, I'm coming home, but I'm not going to come home just now because I've still got things to do with my whole family. So easy that she's not coming home yet. So I've always been psychic. I've always known. I would say, it's like just what a feeling. I've always had a feeling like I'll be walking along the road and saying, oh gosh, something's going to happen. Or especially when it was, if it's close ones that when they pass away, or if there's babies coming, and then like, I started kind of kind of doing readings for people. But I would love to just do this without the finance, because I always thought, Heavenly Father's message shouldn't be come with a finance, But sometimes needs must, but it's just a case of I've always known, and some of it comes in dreams. I thought I used to say, well, that was a funny dream, and then until it came true, and then it wasn't so funny.
I mean, I believe we will birth a new world where it won't be this dismissal of all of these other aspects of human existence, because we've really been in quite a dark age, really quite an ignorant age.
Oh, we have. I mean, and they've kept us that way. I mean, I always say, we live in a see what must have world. They see it, they want it, and they must have it. And then we've got very entitled, not all children are very entitled, but teenagers, I would say, very entitled teenagers, but that's the way they've been brought up. They've been brought up to think that they should get a prize for coming last.
Yes.
A prize for coming last.
But we've also lived in a world, Karen, where other modalities of healing have been sneered at and looked down on, where the psychic abilities, which have always been a part of recognized human existence, have been derided, where God has been derided, the divine. It's been such an ignorant, arrogant world, as if science, and we've seen it, as if science is a kind of God. And I think people are coming out of that now and realizing, no, there's a whole much, much richer world we can birth. Don't you agree?
I do agree. I also agree, and I've noticed that a lot, not as many as I would like, but a few people are turning back to their Heavenly Father who turned away, who turned away. And there's some young people who are starting to ask questions as well, which is good. Where they, like the Lord didn't exist in that, and I thought, well, and then they'll turn and they'll say, well, where was he when such and such happened? Just as well, like say, he was there. Do you not think, like say, he was helping them? He was helping them, because sometimes I says, because everybody's born with free will. Everybody's born with free will, and it causes chaos. So when it happens, when things happen, he's there helping. He's there helping. He doesn't abandon people. People abandon him.
That's beautiful. And I remember one of your broadcasts I tuned in on. It was sort of haunting, actually, because what you said, it was in the early days after the rollout of the jabs, and I'm curious. I always keep an open mind to ideas. You were doing a reading, and you were saying that there were a lot of souls passing over who were very confused about why they had suddenly lost connection with their earthly lives. Now, none of us can ever definitively say what goes on and say this is it, but we equally cannot definitively dismiss those ideas. And I sat with that idea for days afterwards, and I felt in my heart, I just wanted to send love to those souls who were feeling so lost about why their lives have suddenly been cut short.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when with psychic. For me, I can't speak for other psychics, but for me, it's like you go to your meeting, and say, like, this is what we need you to do. Then and then the meeting I went to was like, no, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be resting. Yeah. So, but the ones that, because I've been asking about them, and they said they're working through stuff, and they're so angry. The ones that, I mean, they were cajoled, they were bullied,
they were tricked. They were tricked.
So now they're over there. They're over there, and they are ready to absolutely, help. I would say cause mayhem, but they're supposed to be nice and ravening. But I mean, cause how do they take these people out?
it's incredible as a concept. I mean, whether you believe it or not, and nobody has to believe anything they don't want to, but as an idea, that is a haunting idea to sit with. It really is. Where do you think this world is going right now, Karen? What are you feeling?
Well, me personally, I think it's going through a dramatic change where the evil is been taken out. And it's the wee minions that are all running about causing absolute chaos because they know that you can't win against Heavenly Father. Because he wins, God wins all the time, but it's a case of he sat back and he just watched. And then when it got to the stage where they had to act, he acted. And I'm like things that are happening with the fires and everything. I thought he's ready to act. He's ready to really, because I mean this is his children. So you said, I mean I've never had children. I mean I've worked with children, and I'm if anything happens with children, it really sets me off. I really get angry, and he's angry because of what has been done to his children. What they are his children, they might not know what they are, and it's like bring all you've got, and I'll bring all I've got, and then I think they didn't realise that half of them were down here. half of these warriors were all down here.
For me, listening to you speak, it is so mind stretching, and I'm just willing to sit with not knowing the answers, but I absolutely cannot dismiss parts of what you say that just makes such sense, and I think many Kiwis feel that way. Karen, I don't want to tie you because I know that you're not very well at the moment. Should we leave it there? But let's keep in touch. I think Kiwis will really want to know how you go in the coming months, and that is why I wanted to do this little talk. Will you keep in touch with us and let us know how you're going? Because a lot of Kiwis value you.
Yeah, I'll keep in touch with Dawn and because for the next weeks, I should have a better understanding of what's going on health-wise.
Mm.
The days I feel better, I will be putting up videos because I'm getting off my head just now. I mean, it's been a week, I've not done anything, and it's insane already because I can't. I've always been working and everything. I've always been away, make sure my neighbours are okay and everything, and if they need anything. But now they're the ones. My neighbours have been great. Don't get me wrong. They're the ones that tap the door for me. I'm going up the street. I was supposed to be. No, you're supposed to be taking it easy, and that's what you're going to be doing. So I've always had good neighbours.
Lots of rest.
I'll keep everybody in touch. I'm going to actually maybe next week or something. Just do a wee update on my channel.
Yes.
Just to let everybody know I'm still alive. I'm still here, Robbie.
So we're going to put up your email address for little messages that Kiwis can send, and we're going to put up the Buy Me a Coffee page. Please, Kiwis, can you put money in Karen's account and help from New Zealand? And please, Karen, just know, human to human across the globe, we really do care about you, and one day we will have you here on our shores, and there'll be many Kiwis who will welcome you with loving hugs and open arms.
That would be great. Just one new message to my wee soul family. We will get through this because they don't win. They don't win. No. Why should they? Why should they get to do everything? Nah. I'm still here and I'm still fighting. I'm maybe not well, but I'm still here and I'm still fighting, and I'm not going anywhere yet.
We except maybe towards New Zealand as soon as we can bring you here. That would be the trip. Lovely.
Yeah.
I love that too. I always say to myself, love and goodness will always win in the end over evil. Always.
And laughter.
And love.
People be happy.
And much thanks to you, much gratitude and love to you, Karen. Thank you. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.